Hi, how are you? Cameron here, Freedom Solar and Batteries. How do VPPs benefit your return on investment when you buy a battery? VPPs are a relatively new innovation. Um, they really do help accelerate the return on investment from a battery investment because batteries are typically quite expensive. They take a long time to give you a return because you're basically generating a saving by not exporting your solar power and saving it into a battery and then using the energy of the battery in a peak time. So the savings is based on how much feed-in tariff you basically forego by not exporting it against how much money you saved by using the power in peak time and not having to buy it. And that's could be 50 cents a kilowatt hour for some people. Um, but there is another step to participate in the wholesale energy market with your battery. And I just sort of had the thought, how would you compare that? Um, so when you the wholesale energy market is a 5 minute market, and it's reassessed every 5 minutes based on the demand in the network, and then the demand is what dictates the price. So massive demand, massive price, very very low demand. Sometimes the price can even go negative. So there can be massive swings in the wholesale energy price just within half an hour. So there's a lot of profit to be made, a lot of money to be made by people that participate in that market just in buying and selling energy. When you've got a battery and you have something like a catch control or other devices, you participate in a virtual power plant scheme with energy companies. NRN, fantastic example. Amber, Powwow. There are various companies that are very, very good at VPPs, and it just adds to the benefit of having the battery. So what happens is the battery is working a bit harder because it's discharging into the network rather than you. So you've got a full battery sitting there through the day, and like a time of high peak, your VPP may choose that it's more profitable for you to actually export energy into the wholesale energy market, and rather than use the battery, and you just simply buy the energy you're using at that time at the retail rate. And when you think wholesale retail, hang on, it gets confusing because the wholesale energy market is massively, it can be $15,000, $18,000 a megawatt hour, which is extremely expensive for a 5 minute period. And if you can take advantage of that period, you're going to make a whole lot more money than the average price that you're paying at retail, because that's what the retailers do. They're buying the energy in the wholesale market, and they're just averaging out a price for you to buy in the retail market, um, because it's just far too hard to understand or manage if they were charging you a fluctuating price. And that's what time of use was. It did kind of reflect that, but it still smoothed it out and averaged the prices out compared to what the wholesale energy market is all about. So what is that in relation to a battery? And I was thinking about it. It's kind of like your car. You buy a car, you pay a lot of money for it. There is no return on investment on a vehicle. It's a depreciating asset. Um, but but you use your car. Some people, they might only use it to go to work in the morning, come home at night, and maybe go to the shops. And the rest of the time, that car is sitting there doing nothing. But then there's some people that Uber their car. So they still go to work and go home. But in times where the car is available where they're available, they'll go and pick people up and use the car, earn money from the car in its times where they don't need the car. um, so, um, so the car is actually earning money for them and giving them a return on their investment, increasing rapidly returning their investment, compared to just owning the car and using it for what you need. It's a very inefficient way of owning an asset like that. You only buy it for your own use. Most of that's all we do. Some of us are busy on the road all the time. We grab that car like a company car, a business car, and we're out working. So it's getting you're getting a benefit there. But most cars just sit in a car park or in a driveway 99% of their life. So a bit like a battery, like you can, you're utilizing the battery for your own personal use, but there's a whole other suite of uses that battery could be used for without affecting your own needs. You still get the benefits of having a battery. It's just it's being used for other things as well. And when it's been used in the wholesale market, it's earning you a greater return. So that's a way to think about, if you're thinking about that return on investment for battery, and you're looking at a battery and you think, yes, it's expensive. Yes, the return on investment is 7 to 8 years. That's not really appealing. It's still a lot better than leaving the money in the bank. But yeah, it might not be appealing. Think about what else going to use that battery for that's going to improve the return on investment. And VPPs, or virtual power plant plans, are the answer to that. So the battery actually is being utilized fully to its design capabilities to give you a much greater return, because pretty much all batteries, excuse me, all batteries were pretty much designed with this capability. It's like cars, they're all designed to be on the road 24 hours a day. They've got X amount of kilometre life designed into them, and some people will take 20 years to do those kilometres, other people will take 5 years to do those kilometres, but that cycle life is there. So batteries are capable of doing a lot more than we ask of them at the moment. VPPs are now sort of delving into that capability a whole lot better. So worth thinking about. Subscribe to the video below. You can give us contact us, send us a message, or you can give me a call, and we can talk about improving the return on investment for your batteries.